Hey everybody, welcome back to Transport Fever 2. Hope you're having a great day today. You might not believe this, but it's actually been a week since I've touched this game. It's just playing multiple games, man. It is one of those things where you have a love-hate relationship with each one, and you're just like, I don't want to play this one, I want to play that one, and then you play that one for a while, and you're just like, all right, I feel like I really want to play this one now, and it's just, you go back and forth. So we're back on Transport Fever 2, and we actually have a few upgrades we can do. So I'd like to get started on that. The first thing I want to do is take a look at the stone and food route, and specifically I want to look at its rate. A lot of you have left comments regarding the rate number here and the frequency and trying to balance each one of these things, approximate annual throughput per station and stuff, and I appreciate that. I think that will help greatly in managing the lines. I did overlook this, but I will say, though, that there are many instances where I have actually been doing a really good job balancing rate just by looking at it. So I'm not completely wrong on adding many vehicles to certain lines. I'm doing okay. One of these things, this is really good. I wanted to show you this. I haven't touched this, but I wanted to show you this because as soon as you guys started mentioning rates, I was like, okay, wait a minute. Let me go back and look at certain things and see how they really are balanced. Okay, take a look at this. Steel supply 2. This is the iron route, okay? Frequency is 10 seconds, rate 498, okay? That's 10 seconds frequency. And then if you go over here, look at this. 11 seconds, 476. That's pretty dang close, I gotta say. Like, for just doing it visually and being like, okay, how many? I think this one needs more cars. That's a really good rate, and it's a really good frequency. Maybe it's even too fast, because 475, I don't know, like, does this thing ever go over 400? Is this the same as the rate? I don't know. Certain things have not quite been explained, but that's okay. That's okay. I just want to show you there are certain things that I have actually balanced just by looking at it. Here's another one. I think, was it over here? Was it over here? I think it was on the steel supply route. 243 on 11 seconds. Maybe it was, I think it was this one. I forget which one I was looking at, but it's 243, 21 seconds. And then if you take a look at the palm delivery loop, 206 in 25 seconds, right? So it's not bad, you know? Just for visual sake, okay? One more I'll show you, and this one's kind of interesting, and then I'm gonna get started in doing something else because I actually want to save this business. I really want to save that oil refinery, actually. So, you know, instead of letting it run for a little bit, let's actually do that so I can get that thing going. So I've set up a couple of things already. I've got a line running through here. Just want to show you. I've got this. It's just called line 1 really quick because I was in a hurry before this video. So we'll name this, but it's mostly just for, I guess this is plastics. This is like oil to plastics. Oil and, let's do an ampersand. Oil. Couldn't even find it for a second there. Oil and plastics loop. It is a loop, so yeah, we'll do that. So we have it basically, they're gonna pick up crude oil from here, okay? And then they're gonna take it over to Green Bay West, right here, to this oil refinery. And then from the oil, they're gonna bring that over here to get the chemical plant going. And then those plastics are gonna get over here and get ready for the box cars, okay? So that's kind of where we're at here. And there's gonna be a lot of different box car stuff here. Look at this, goods, tools, and machines. Oh, baby. And we can get plastics inserted into that too. If we can get all that stuff delivered into this area, that's a lot of stuff for box cars to do with this station. So I'm pretty happy about that. Hopefully that ends up working out pretty well. I want to take a look at a couple other lines, maybe see how far off I am. I haven't looked at all of them yet, but quick to plank. Okay, so quick plank is just the line that takes planks from here and brings them over here. It's at 95 rate, 54 seconds. And if I take a look at this one, we got a 137, 43 seconds. But I think this one is a little bit different. I guess it's taking planks from there and bringing it over here too. So that's just like a double planks route, really. It's mostly it's comparing it to the machines loop, which is a 94, 54 seconds. So I feel like that is very close. I was actually right on spot on these two. And I added the other planks route that probably put an imbalance in it. But I mean, look, they're stocked up on steel anyway. So that should be all right. All right. I want to get a fuel train going. And I've added, as you can see, a lot of different signaling and stuff is throughout this. I appreciate your comments regarding to how the signals work and everything. It's pretty much what I expected, it seems, but there might be some nuances and stuff that that I overlook. And so we'll see how the trains go once we see how those nuances are. So I would like to get a new train depot because I actually want the train to start over here. I'd like to get crude oil. No, actually, let's do it here first, just so I can make sure that line starts running. So we have lots of oil over here, and I really need this to be brought over there to West Jordan so that I can load it up on a tanker. And then that tanker train is going to take things around and drop it off in West Salem to start this loop. Eventually, I would like to also ship it from here too and get that in here. But just to get that thing started, I think I'm just going to get a train on the track, right? So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to buy vehicles. We're going to go for the 442 Atlantic. This is it's the big one, okay? A couple of different trains, but hey, you know, I'm hoping to move a lot of oil, so we'll go with this this big one here as our train for this. And then we're going to do a bunch of tank cars. And I think for starters, just to get the thing on the track and get it moving, I think I'll go ahead with maybe 5 of these things. And it should be okay. I think 5 of these should be all right. So we'll hit this. And then we're going to run that on a new route that is going to take the oil from here and bring it around there. So in order to do that effectively, I am going to need, man, it might be better to do it from Newport, honestly, because there's a lot more oil coming through here. It's just a matter of getting these producers to actually, like, have to get it in here, right? You know what, we'll do both, but I think for starters, I'm going to start with West Jordan just because there's a lot of oil already sitting in here, as opposed to over there where it's all getting picked up and moved into processing already. So I'm going to get it over here, and it's also further away too. Like this is, well, I don't know if it's physically further away. It's probably not, but the train is right here, so I'm going to have it be done. So I want this line to start here, and I'm not entirely sure what terminal you should use. What should you use? Well, to be honest, probably should have another one. I think we should have another platform for this. Let's go ahead and do another platform here. Had a bunch of your comments. So many of your comments. It's so many of you guys that was trying to tell me that I didn't need to put platform rail. Like you could use both sides of the track. I'm aware of this. But the space you save by doing that is really quite negligible. For example, here's my platform, here's my rail. Had I put the rail before this platform, this is the same amount of space occupied, okay? And then there'd be a rail here anyway, and then it'd be rail followed by platform, right? Well, it's the same amount of space, right? It doesn't change anything. It has done no change whatsoever. It's a stylistic difference that I think a lot of you maybe aren't quite I'm gonna go with comfortable with. I think I'm gonna use that as the term here because I think a lot of you aren't particularly comfortable with a different style of play. It's actually had to delete quite a few rude people. Please don't do that. Please don't be rude. All right, so we're gonna take this. I think it's gonna be this route here, and we're gonna have the train come in on this side, and it's gonna just pop into here, and that's gonna pick up the crude oil. I could also send it from Palm Bay, but I feel like that's a bit of a waste because the physical like flight distance, if you will, between like say here, that's the oil well, and here is really short. I would rather ship it from this stop over here. It's less to travel, of course, because I don't actually have a rail directly from Palm Bay to Winston-Salem. You have to go around at the moment. I mean, I suppose I might be able to like, I don't know, there might be some way to like go through here and connect, but that's just a really difficult connection to make. More realistically, what we'll probably do is we'll end up going from Palm Bay and straight through here and connecting with Green Bay, and then having Green Bay go up like this and do what it's going to do, right? So most likely that'll be a Green Bay route, but at the moment we're just going to do it this way. So let's get that line going. So this is going to be, I think, the let's just call this, I'm trying to remember like what the exact loop for this tanker is. So it's taking the oil to Winston-Salem. And then I was going to pick up from there, I was going to pick up additional oil, I think. So we're sending oil here, but I'm also having this oil refinery send it to over here. So I think the oil tanker was going to go, yes, that was the loop. West Jordan crude, takes it around, goes to Winston-Salem, drops it off, picks up the oil, takes the oil over to the refinery over here, picks up the fuel, brings it back to West Jordan, and that's it. That was the loop I was looking at. Eventually, it might be better to pick up oil from over here, crude, right? And then maybe ship it over to Newport, take this Newport oil and bring it over here. That's a physical, over the air distance, right? That's a little bit further away. So that could actually be more profitable later. But for the efforts to save this thing, I'm going to have one route that does this now. So let's just change the color on this to go like really, really dark black here. And I'm going to go right now to, let's say, West Jordan to Winds. I'm going to call West Jordan Winds. I don't exactly know how I want to do this, to be honest. I might even make this the intercontinental crude train and then put like 6 of these suckers on there, go in different directions. I don't know. We'll see. We're just going to call this oil to plastics. For now, we're just going to do that. Just to kind of get it on the line, all right? Get it on the system. So West Jordan, we start here. And if I'm going to use one of these tracks, I'm going to have you use number 5 for the time being. Number 5 doesn't continue, so you're going to stop here and then go back the other way, right? So you'll be using terminal number 5. Okay. Now, we need to get the rail, of course, attached here. So it's going to come in. We're going to get it over like this. There we go. And you can see the speed increases, right? The maximum speeds are improved now, all right? They're really going up there. We're going to be slowing down at this point anyway. It doesn't really matter. So although if I'm going to Palm Bay later, it would matter, wouldn't it? So maybe, no, because we're still, I can't imagine we're just going to, yeah. If we're going to stop here, right? If you're going to Palm Bay, you can just continue. That's the purpose of our throughput, of our single rail that's not doing anything, right? Is so that they could just continue right through. So we'll have you stop here, and now I need to get, let's see. So you would come through here, and then you would be merging at this point, I guess. So yeah, so we'll say that you come over like this, and then you merge like so, and oh, not possible, eh? I disagree. I think you're just being a butt. There you go. That'll be where the oil train comes in. And then if you're looking to leave, of course, we just need a signal on there. And we're gonna make sure it's not a one-way signal and it goes and waits there if it needs to wait. And then we'll have like, this would be a signal that like, marks that it's out of the way kind of thing. Now some of these signals are one-ways. This one is not. But some of these signals are one-way signals. At least it shouldn't be a one-way signal. Pretty sure it's not a one-way signal. I can't really tell, to be honest. The visuals between one-way signals and non-one-way signals are actually pretty... Like, what's the difference here? This is a non-one-way signal, and this is a one-way signal. I don't see any visual difference between the two. Yeah, they just look exactly the same. So that's a little less than helpful on the signaling there. And then even then with the arrows and everything, it's exactly the same. But again, this is a two-way signal, or at least not a one-way signal, I suppose. And this is a one-way signal, and they are the same. It just feels like they're exactly the same. Okay, so we are gonna say that's the line. You're gonna go in and pick up the oil here. Now, obviously, in order to get that oil going, because this train's gonna be here really quickly, I need a lot more oil to come in through here. Okay, so we're gonna say this little stop here. I want to configure this so that you have additional cargo slots, and I'm actually gonna go on this side of it because it's just well, it's just bigger. Okay, bigger is better, right? We'll take and do the thing that everybody likes where you go through it, but honestly, I don't think it's gonna matter because we're not going that way with it. We're going this way, so they're gonna turn around anyway. So actually, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna bother with that. They're gonna have to come in here and turn around. Crude port. Here's what we're gonna want to do here. We're gonna need another line, and we're gonna say that we want to do. This one is on the road, and it is going to be oil. No, sorry. This is West Jordan, and this is crude to cargo, or crude to train, maybe. I don't know. I forget what I was doing before. I think it was cargo. Yeah, because I'm not really calling it I don't know, maybe crude to train. It looks like I was using train before. Yeah, crude to train is what I was using. Okay, so because there's cargo ports as well. So cargo train. Here, take this. You're gonna go here, and you're gonna use that side. There you go. Yep. And then you're gonna come over here. You're gonna drop that off over here. And you know, you can probably use any one of these sides, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Looks like one's not being used as much, so we'll get you in, and then you can go around and do whatever you're gonna do from there. Yeah, it's a shame you can't use this side. It seems like you'd be able to use both sides of it, right? But it doesn't look like I can. I have no ability to choose that, so we're just gonna say that you drop it off on Terminal 1. That's fine with me. And that's gonna get oil accessible here, okay? So let's get a few vehicles to get on there, and we have new vehicles now. We have these bigger vehicles now. I guess I'll just take a look at this. I don't know exactly what my rate's gonna be on this line, but for now, I'm thinking we just take, I don't know, all of them. I actually want to replace all of these vehicles we have here. From down here, can I just hold shift? No, unfortunately I cannot. Maybe there's a way to select bulk vehicles, but I don't see it yet. So anyway, all of these, we're gonna replace those with the new ones. So here's our old ones. We have the steam tarpaulin. Did I say it? Anyway, 6 capacity here, loading speed 1.0, emission 77, and it can travel 25 kilometers per hour. But if we switch to this one, now we get 40 kilometers per hour, pending that the road supports that, right? And then also 70 emissions and 2 times the loading speed with more capacity. All around, just great things. Replace. And that's one of the reasons why my budget is super here. You see the earnings is way down. My money is way down compared to before. I've been upgrading everything. So many vehicles are upgraded, and we're actually going to upgrade. I'm going to show you we have upgraded the trains now, and also we're about to upgrade all of our boats as well. So this is going to be very, very low in a second. Anyway, so I'm going to take, and I want to have a whole lot of crude oil moving through here. I need a lot. So I'm going to say all of these vehicles for now, right down. We're going to make sure that they're taking it here. So we want crude to port? No, we want crude to train. There it is. Crude to train. All of you guys are bringing crude to train. All right. With that done, we now need our train line. All right. So this is West Jordan's train. And you're gonna pick it up there, you're gonna bring it all the way over, you're gonna drop it off here, okay, in Winston-Salem. And we are actually gonna get you another one of these. So another platform here. That's how everybody likes it, right? There you go. Oh yeah, doesn't that feel good? 2 tracks in there. One of them's a through track, so it sucks to be you. We're gonna say tracks like this. There we go. There we go. And just for the peanut gallery, here's what we'll do, huh? You feel better about yourselves now? I hope you guys don't think I'm a dick. I'm just poking fun at you, right? You guys stab at me, I'm gonna stab back. That's just how it works, man. You don't like it, don't stab. All right. So eventually, this train is gonna be on this, and to get it on the through lane, there's a merger somewhere. I just forget where it is. So if you're heading this direction, how do you get on the pass-through track, the pass-through line? I actually forget how the train gets on this pass-through line. I don't think there is a way. I don't think I had a pass-through line thought of for this direction. So that's a bit interesting, isn't it? Ah, yeah. Okay. So we'll have you merge like this, which I realize you have to slow down slightly to do that, which is probably not great, but goodness, I didn't really think about getting on this side. Here's what I might do. How about we pull off of, it'll just come from here. Just come from here, get it to like this, and then yep. And then I can't, there it goes. Get you right on top of this, like so. Looks like we're not gonna get max speed on that. 96, 90, 95. I mean, this track is going to be stopping, right? So I guess it's fine to be at 96 here. You're going to be stopping anyway. 115 is better, though, isn't it? 106. You're kind of picky, aren't you? This is a good medium. I like this. This is fine. All right, and we'll bring it all the way over, and we're going to hook it up to where it's like parallel with this. But I need to get it over here, don't I? Yeah, I kind of do. Well, we're going to do it like this. If you don't like it, then you don't like it. I guess the only other way to do it would be that double slip. I see people have told me about this, but it always slows down the train, right? When you get a junction like this, for example, and you're like, I want to do a double flip switch or whatever it's called. It always slows down your train. I mean, it's just like, it seems like it does anyway. I haven't been able to successfully make one yet without slowing down the train. Maybe I just haven't had the right circumstances yet. So this is going to slow it down to 71, and I don't like that. I got to figure out a way to get that rail. Maybe I can do it from here. Maybe one of these new ones becomes our through track. I mean, we could do that. We could do it that way. Right? Could get it to where it's... I'm gonna look at this for a second. Let me tinker with this. I haven't really thought about this because there's a lot of trains coming in here, and I don't really want them to use this. But from this direction, you have to use that one. So let me fix that. I'll be right back. Okay, I got the rail done here. I had to do a little bit of cleanup with the existing connections and sort of how it was moving through, but managed to get all 5 tracks to kind of merge in, and it kind of in a, I don't know, maybe it's organized chaos, I suppose, but there's a little bit of a sophistication to how each one forks, and it does eventually get back to 2 tracks, or gets back to 2 tracks. From this side, then, how you get over there is effectively right around the time the steel area ends up merging into here, which has been redone too. It's a little bit sharper here, but that train has almost no speed if it's going this direction, so it's fine. So we're gonna say it goes in like this, and then temporarily, what this train's going to do is it's going to merge this way, right at the same point that the other steel line that's going this direction leaves. And so we can put in a signal on this side. We could say, oh, it's already right there. Hey, there you go. It's right there. So we'll go here and then to the left, and then you eventually will fork to the right. And these are one-way signals that, well, at least they're supposed to be one-way signals. Hang on. Yeah, one-way signals right there. Yep. And so this is going to make it to where you always go that direction, and this side is always going to be going that direction. Yeah, this one was the one-way signal. So you end up with essentially that situation, right, where it goes like this, and you end up getting into the spot you want to be. Now, if you're here and you want to go back the opposite direction, which is what our fuel train's going to be doing right now, then you're going to just kind of come this way, and then you will merge there, and off you go. And that creates the passage. So if there's another train behind you waiting, they can stop right here, wait till you get out, and then they go in, okay? If that's the case, if that's going to happen, then that's how you'll get out, okay? We do the same thing over here with one of these double slip switches. Yeah, I did it. I managed to figure it out. I did it. Isn't that nice? Okay, done. Anyway, so there's other ways to switch to different tracks and stuff coming from that side. Okay, so we have some unfinished business to take care of, right? We got a lot of vehicles in here ready to go, and we need a route, right? We have this oils and plastics loop that's kind of nice. It's going to bring crude oil down to here, bring the oil up to here to the plastics, and then the plastics will go here. But I don't currently have anything, any train, any box cars or anything that's going to make this thing want to work. It doesn't have any customers yet. There's no plastics customer yet. So to give this thing a customer, because I'm not convinced that will actually work. I've tried it before, and businesses have been going away because, I don't know. It's just, if this thing doesn't require this resource, then you don't have a customer there, right? Just because you have the oil doesn't mean that you can send it to this guy and he's not going to make anything with it. Why is he ordering it then, right? He needs a reason to order the oil. So since I don't have anything for plastic, we're going to come over here. And I know there will be people in the comments telling me that's wrong, but I'm just going based on what my experience is with this, and my experience is every time I've tried it, the businesses have closed. I need the whole loop. I need that guy, basically. I need this guy to order something from this guy, and there's no reason for him to order it if he has nowhere to send his final product. So that's to say, I've tried it. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but hey, you know, that's be par for the course, right? What we're gonna do instead, to give that guy this oil, right? We need him not to close. To give him a customer, I'm gonna come down here, and I'm gonna send him to this Wichita Fuel Refinery 2. I would like this thing to start producing more. And of course, that just means we need more oil getting in there because this isn't enough, which is why the train is going to be bringing that oil into here to produce more fuel here. That's going to provide even more fuel to Newport and more fuel to Wichita Falls, probably, eventually. Maybe we'll see. But for now, you are going to be selling your fuel to West Jordan. Okay? And the West Jordan route, we set this up earlier, but I wanted to give you an update on that route. So we have a bunch of cars that are going to come out here, right? This is the crude to train route. I've altered this route. Because I don't want you coming all the way over here with crude oil and then driving all the way back empty-handed. That makes no sense. What we're going to do instead is you're going to pick up steel right here after you drop off the oil. And you're going to drop it off in the West Jordan goods production area to provide this with more steel. And then from there, you can then drive unpaid to here and get your crude again. Hopefully that will clear things up. Hopefully that'll make it better. Okay, so let's see if we can't save that thing. We need a whole lot of pieces in order to make that happen. Because again, I can take this oil all the way over here, but if he doesn't have a new customer to sell it to, he's not going to order it from me, right? So for example, selling it to Newport, selling it to Wichita Falls, why is he going to order the oil from way over there just to sell to them when he already has a supplier, right? He already has somebody he's ordering from. So I need to give you a new customer that makes that worth it. And that's going to be, of course, West Jordan. So one last thing I need to do in West Jordan is I need to get delivery of the fuel into West Jordan. So let's go into the buildings, right? Yeah, this one. I'll remember it. I'll remember. This does actually have some fuel requesting buildings in catchment. It does. But I think I can get all of them if I just give a little bit more. And I make you come out this way. If you were to drop it off on this side of the road, do you get everybody? You do. I'm just worried that you won't get everybody as the city expands, and I'd kind of like to keep this route. Maybe I go like, yeah, maybe over like this, all the way to the side here. I think you get pretty much every oil demand, or all oil demand is from here. All fuel, sorry, fuel demand. So we'll go there instead. That way you can reach all the way up here and get this guy. And then we're just going to take like this one vehicle. Just one vehicle is fine. Not one of you guys, though. In fact, I don't know how your 133 and everything. Like, I feel like I want to, I don't know, pump up those numbers, man. Let's buy a couple more there, but then I'm going to take just two. Right, actually, for now, I'm going to take just one, okay? One of these vehicles, I'm going to pull off that line and get a new line for it. So it's really simple. This is just going to be the, let's call it the West Jordan fuel delivery. West Jordan fuel delivery. There. Real simple. I don't really need it to be any, let's make it pink, why not? We'll say that the new line goes from here, and you can kind of pick it up from anywhere, but it'd be easier if you used, it's going to be easier on the route if you use side one here. Yeah. Have you use side one? I know there's a lot of vehicles using side one, but I don't need you to go all the way over here. I suppose I could make another side because we're going to have many different lines here. So I suppose I can always expand that. For now, you'll just use one. I thought, didn't I already name this? Wait a minute. Did I start a different line and not know it? Hang on. West Jordan. Where'd it go? West Jordan fuel delivery. That's what I want. You're going to add here. I'm just going to load fuel, right? And then you're going to drop it off over here. It's a really quick route, and you just drop off what everybody needs, okay? That's it. One vehicle doing that. That's all I need. In fact, I'll just pick this. Let's pick this guy right here. Oh, hang on. Pick this guy right here. Put him on the West Jordan Fuel delivery. Done. So you're going to deliver fuel that way. All right. So we have a customer for the fuel. And now we need to get it actually delivered there. And there's only one fuel refinery that can deliver it. And it's going to be this one, because that's where the train track is going to be doing it. So I'm going to put a station right here. And I'm noticing that we've got, you know, these 3 lines going through here. It seems good. This looks like it's fairly good, though, right? And these are already merged over. So I'm kind of thinking, like, how do I get a station here? Because the train's going to be coming from this side. Coming in from the right, but you need to get into a station that I'm going to put on the left. But I think the best way to approach this is as follows. This will be the best way to do this, I think. We're just going to eliminate this track. Let's do it. Let's do it right here. And that's going to create a warning. That's why it's red now instead of white. And it's basically telling me, hey, dude, your fuel train, it's really confused, all right? Your fuel train has no idea where to go because there's nothing going on here. We're going to change that. Let's go in and make a cargo station. I'm going to put this way over here, although I feel like maybe it's just a little bit too far away for catchment here. I'm hoping it's not. We're going to kind of go maybe... It needs to be raised up. Yeah, we need to raise this up a little bit. And looks like there was actually a little bit of a curve here too, so I need to kind of account for that. They may not be able to keep their speed up if I don't. So why don't we say probably there, and we just raise this up maybe like that. I think. I really wish there was a planning mode in this game. Okay, that keeps 120. And DU, survey says... Oh, you're going to 90 here. Yikes. We can maybe change that. If I just pull this back... Right, we got some signals to redo, but I mean, if I pull this back and do like that, that'll keep speed. So it's a little change. Just a casual, you know, a few $1,000s of a change. It's fine. And actually, I should probably pull that back a little bit because we're going to need to put tracks in this, right? So we could go like this, and we're going to say tracks. Now, we need to remember, and maybe this will help me remember. If I do, if I do this, not like this. If I just take those away, maybe that will help remind me not to do it. But we don't put anything on this cargo station, this platform. These two are just, these are just independent tracks, right? Trains just move through those tracks, okay? Another thing that might help me remember is if I place this track like that, and then we do the track, and then we do the platform. There we go. And it'll make this platform really long, just to kind of remind me, right? I think that's probably good. These tracks, again, we can go out just a little bit more. Hopefully that doesn't disrupt the speed. And oops, did it again. Did it again. There we go. Tracks. Yeah, it needs to be on this one, I believe, is the track. These two don't need it. So, because it's, again, we're not going to put anything in there, so I don't need to extend those anymore. Unless it won't let me connect it. Which it looks like it will at full speed. Very good. And excellent. Okay, same thing here. Excellent. And the final bit here, this track actually is going to merge, right? Because it eventually everything ends up being by 2. So we need to allow this track to merge, and then also at the same time, we're doing these things again. Oh boy. Well, it is upgraded for later, I guess. Yeah. We need to get it to merge, and I'd like it to do that at really good speed. This is okay, but it's not as good as it could be. It could be better. So right about, let's say here, we pull you off the line. We go about like that. I feel like that's too far away. Let's maybe pull that back just a little bit. Yeah, we can have it merged sooner, I think. Well, sooner. I guess it'd be sooner from this direction, later from this direction. Yeah, this is better. All right, and then you end up being right like that. Excellent. All right, and then from this point, right here, see that signal is going to stop. So we're going to say that this then merges like this. And it goes all the way to like that. Okay, and then I can probably readjust this signal. It's a little bit kind of far back now, so we can take this signal and put it like right here. This is a one-way on that side. You're a one-way on this side, of course. And this signal's a little bit redundant. You can maybe replace that one with one that's further back. Maybe like this. That's fine. And then we're going to get, this is a two-way area, but if there's another train coming already, then you're going to stay the hell out of the way. So if that train is already past, let's say the speed it's going to have, let's say if that train is already past this point right here, then you wait. So I don't want you to slow it down. Right, so we're going to say right here is that point. All right, and we don't need one like that there. We can put this one over here like that, just to mark that signal. So, yep, trains passed by, no big deal. All right, so this is a one-way, that's a one-way, and trains are going that direction, so it'll pass by this marker that tells this one it's okay to go. And then we also have another one that's here, but I'm not going to place it here because I don't want to slow down this train. If this one's going, 80, 90 eventually, this one's just coming off the station. I don't want you to get in front of that train. So we're going to make it stop. So that signal's going to be way back here. So if the train is to this point and you haven't left this point, you're going to wait for it. Basically. Now I kind of want to pull that even back even further. Yeah, I do. I want to put that back even further. I'm going to go back as far as I can. It looks like here. That's as far back as I can go. This part's part of the station, right? So, okay, that's fine with me. As far as going this direction, there's no reason for the train to ever stop, but there's 3 tracks all the way over here. This stays 3 all the way into here, and then eventually it merges into 2. I could do this as, I could make this into 2. Instead of having it merge like that, I could just keep it as 2. Wouldn't be too challenging to just do that, but for now we're gonna have this oil here be the customer. Okay, so let's see if this is in catchment. I hope it is, but don't know until I try. Let's say right here. That should be good. Ooh. Yeah. Here we go. Right like this. It's gotta be, right? Okay, perfect. Now, these are not going to share a catchment zone. We've tried this before with the boats and stuff. It doesn't work. So we're going to have a truck delivery route that goes back and forth through here. It's a really easy one, really quick one. But it's going to take the oil that we drop off here and put it to fuel there. The fuel is going to process it from this point. The fuel will then go there, and we transport the fuel to here. I believe that's what's necessary. It may not be necessary to move the fuel back. It's possible the fuel will just be dumped here. But to get the oil, we can't just have the oil delivered directly. It has to be in a catchment zone, and it can't share it. So in other words, I'm going to say that we're going to put in one of these little truck stations. And we could probably do it like... Probably do it here. Let's make sure there's only... platform. It's dropping off the fuel. No, it's picking up oil, right? I don't think it really matters which direction it comes in on. So as long as this catchment zone is shared by the train too. So we'll just call it like this. Let's just do it like this. It's fine. We want to have a lot of room for there to be enough oil that the train can drop off. So I'm going to say it's here, actually. Go like that. And then we're going to add additional cargo platforms for those cars to pick it up. We're We'll go all the way back like that. Maybe add a couple of these buildings. All right. We're going to be dropping oil off on with a train, right? So going to need a little bit of storage. And then at the end of this, I don't think it matters. I doubt we'll ever use it. But in the event that we will, we'll just do this. All right. Come to think of it, probably didn't even need this road. Could have just made this the road. But it's fine. It's fine. We'll just do this and call it good. Doesn't matter. All right. So now that we've got that, we need trucks to do this. And it just needs to, like, for now, I think we just do like 2. Let's say 3. 3 vehicles that are going to do a new line. We're going to have this new line, and all you're going to do with this new line is you're going to pick up oil here and drop off. I don't even know if you need to drop off the fuel, because that fuel might actually go straight to the cargo train. But the oil, again, from the train, the oil, right, it won't do that. So that, and then you're going to go to here. And we're just going to say that you will unload your oil here and pick up fuel. I don't know if you need to pick up fuel, but we'll try it. And then for the exchange, from this point, we're going to make sure that you load until you stop until you're full. There's no reason to make this trip unless there's oil. However, if you are making an excess of fuel, it's possible that some of this oil will end up as fuel on this cargo port. It's possible. I'm not entirely sure what situation that will happen, but maybe. And actually, it may actually be possible to get oil sold from there onto this train later too. Although I think it would be better to just get the train from Newport to take it somewhere. But there's other people like the plastics producer that might want this oil. So we might be able to rig up another route that takes that oil over there and gets that working too. So we'll see. We'll play around with it. But there's that. This is called line 1 for now. We're going to call this the Newport. Let's call it fuel to train. There's no actual fuel to train happening. Let's go fuel to train. It's the second fuel thing. I don't know, whatever. And it'll be an interesting route. It has an interesting name, so we'll never confuse it. It'll be like, oh, it's that one that I named that weird thing. Yeah.